Alright, there we go. Welcome back, everybody, to Danganronpa 1. Blind for Harmless Guy. Oh, of course, this bag is shut. I have large hands, I can't open this. There we go. That was slightly painful. But we are back with the murder of Unknown, and the murderer also being unknown. So in this episode, we will try to figure out who was murdered, why, and who that murderer is. Today we'll be doing the investigation and the trial. So we should have a nice long episode tonight, since the intro for this one's pretty dang short. But for now, the game will begin from where you last left off. Is this okay? Chapter 5, School Life, Deadly Life. School life is deadly. It's not good for your health. Don't go to school, kids.
We're back.
Hooray.
Does Hop have a little baby pool?
It's also slightly for Hugh as well. Hope has her water dish for that, since that's what it's primarily used for.
I just look outside and she's got one paw in and something in her mouth.
Oh, she outside? I missed it. Ah, man. I feel like I need to do vocal exercises before I start these things.
To be fair, if Monokuma's gonna be a voice you have to do, it probably won't be for a little bit.
Hopefully, because his one of his bodies was trashed.
Yep. It was dismantled by Hero, of all people.
He's just a little draining.
Oh yeah, and that person's dead too.
Wherever they are. Ooh, look at the boots.
Them boots.
Need to find out who this actually is. There's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is total mystery. One thing I do know
Is it Old Man Jenkins? Is it the original Scooby-Doo villain?
is whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. Not necessarily, but why?
But why?
How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating, they're not breathing, all signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you.
Thank you for actually checking this time after Chapter 3, where someone lied about being dead.
Yeah. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body all hidden, so I don't have a clue.
I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. Because boobs.
Yeah. Huh? How can you tell?
Well, I think I see the outline of her chest. I was joking about that, but okay. And just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl.
Unfortunately, this mask seems to be glued to her face, so there's no way to know.
You joke, but watch that be the case. Really? Then it could be.
I had to do like a top 10 for best Danganronpa laughs, because hers would be pretty high up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay then. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Wait, don't. By the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out towards the mask. And in the next instant... Whoa!
Bye, Toko.
There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It 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 blew up. Blew, 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 blew. My vision started to darken and I prepared to pass out. But then, Hurry up, put out that fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, the voice reached up and pulled it back. That voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay.
How do you know this isn't an electrical fire?
The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh.
Kaboom!
Thankfully, that was enough to put the fire out. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning.
Burning flesh. My favorite smell.
Well then, I guess that took care of it. Oh, but what the hell, man?
It exploded?
I had a feeling I had a feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode.
Is anybody gonna check on Toko?
And now the body. It's burnt to a crisp! It's beyond well done, man!
Game over, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again.
But now the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh? If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be.
There's only one person missing.
It's Kyoko. Kyoko! Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko. But, I mean, who else? There is one other person. The Mastermind.
What?
The Mastermind? Come on, there's no way! The Mastermind got there's no way! The Mastermind got charbroiled? Get serious! I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The Mastermind being dead would explain the other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said?
That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
He said the Mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't.
Didn't say middle-aged, but...
I mean, I don't know, would you consider late 30s middle-aged?
I would.
I'd say like
What?
mid to late 40s, actually, probably, for me. But
Then could that mean the Mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko what? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mokuro Ikusabi, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here at the school. I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was... This is like the 6th time we've seen this flashback. Jesus.
they still have not checked on Toko. It's fine. It'll take more than an explosion to kill Toko.
She
Crazy
landed...
people are...
For the record, Toko did not die from that explosion.
Okay.
They just don't care about her, I guess.
She landed in a pitcher plant somewhere.
Just lands in the plant, never seen again.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mokuro Ikusabe is the mastermind.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that.
What?
I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
There's another student here, and it's a female? That would match the body's characteristics.
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it kind of sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl, Mokuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's hiding in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, How'd she wind up burnt to a crisp? None of this makes any sense. To think suddenly show up and die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us find out exactly who it is.
Ah, hey, wait!
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko?
Oh yeah! She totally got blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her.
Oh, she survived!
Oh, she survived.
That's cruel, man. Huh? What just happened, Master?
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen.
Oh, then I don't mind breathing in carbon dioxide you inhale. That's enough for me to live.
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Yeah. Snatch will talk to Toko first.
Yep. I saw something out of the corner of my eye just for a second. Was it the chickens? It's a corpse, isn't it?
Well, I guess so.
You guess. Which is it? Is it a dead body or not?
It's a dead body.
I hate this. I hate it. I'm not gonna look at it. I don't want to faint it again. Well, there's no blood now.
Yeah, it's all burned up. Don't worry. You're breathing it in right now. Yeah, we don't want that either. So I think it's best if you don't look.
Everyone is dying. Why? Why is this happening? Even the explosion was done perfectly, though. I'm gonna hand it to whoever did it. Is it wrong to admire that kind of skill?
What skill? It killed the one person it was it didn't kill the one person it was supposed to. I mean, it masked the evidence, but... The mastermind got mastermind. Pretty good, right? That one's going in the joke book of my soul. No, wasn't that great.
Actually, he said he got master landminded.
Oh, okay. I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. Regardless, I can't help but wonder who it was. Things are growing more interesting by the minute. You should take a close look at the body one more time.
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl.
Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all.
It's gonna be kind of hard to grope her breasts since they're, you know, not existent anymore.
Yeah. There's something next to the body. It's...
nail polish.
It's a key. Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? No, she showed that to you, didn't she? But what did you steal?
I stole this.
Yeah, it's not the key. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key.
Is it Northern Pumpkin?
It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is... What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. Never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh. That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean the bio lab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now?
I actually don't remember which one it goes to, but I know it's not the dorms on the second floor, so that'll spare you from having to go all the way down to go hunt for that one. Go find it.
Got it. I can't remember what room is locked up here.
Should be the one at the end of the hall. That was the bio lab. Because it had raw written on it.
Raw. The biolab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, the key isn't even close to fitting. Which means this key doesn't go to this room.
Alright, so it's either the data center or the headmaster's room that are both on floor 4.
I'm gonna say it was the data center. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole. Click. It fits! Then this key is the key to the data center. I'd managed to unlock the data center! I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So, you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now? Interesting. But why did the now deceased have the key to have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right.
You guys didn't do anything while we were gone?
Yeah. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked.
Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right?
I don't know, let's have Toko open it.
Switch her back into Genocide Jill.
You know she would if Byakuya asked.
It's true.
You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What? It's in your hands.
I can find time with this.
Again, it means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Toko!
Master told you he trusts you? Master told you that?
I knew that'd get a rise out of her.
Yeah. Well, don't let it go to your head.
I am so not happy about any of this. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door.
Kaboom.
Yeah. Ellipses. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. It's the Monokuma door. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up until now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is... It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school fed back to this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us?
Then this room is...
The Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room? I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think this settles it.
Huh?
The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Makuro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind.
Then the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead?
I mean, I wouldn't have put it past Kyoko to have snatched the key. It would seem so. For serious?
It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself.
The Mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that... who... Bleh. But the mastermind really is dead? That means we can finally get out of this hellhole! We gotta hurry up and find an exit, come on! No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set this up life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact the mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? The state of the corpse made plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered. Well, why it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind.
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You've been banned from talking to Master ever again.
Useless insect.
Good insult.
Good name for an 80s band.
It's true. The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind.
What's your problem?
Hurry up and find something for Master.
I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here.
Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are.
Why was the mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind. Oof. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna? It is! It's just like the one it's just the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas.
High-definition rabbit ears.
Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV?
Huh? Did someone say TV?
Well. Saturday morning Hina's here.
Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
Ah, you're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? All right. Let me work my magic, and you'll be quantum leaping your way to the TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Okay. There's a bunch of computers lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptops Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked.
So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from?
The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network, and Alter Ego. You may well be right about that, but there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. I would love if Alter Ego just popped up and was like, hey guys!
I actually didn't get crushed by that bulldozer or whatever it was.
I uploaded a copy of myself to the network. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us.
As long as I have this.
Huh?
Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership?
Ellipses.
Good answer, Makoto.
What's the camera in the monitor room going to? Why?
In case someone breaks in.
No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway?
Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, let's do some quick math. This is 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that we can see. It's 4 by 13.
13? Good lord. That's way too many. That's 52.
No.
For those of you counting at home. Actually, no, it's not, because the Monokuma door is like in between some of the monitors, so
That's true.
That number's actually wrong. My mistake.
It's a 50.
Yeah.
This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside?
Monokuma?
Rattle, rattle. No luck.
The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room?
Yeah, that'd be convenient. But what would the point be then? Let's give it a try, just in case. Rattle, rattle. Nope, no good. Yeah, it won't fit even in the keyhole.
Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with the Monokuma picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Oh! Oh!
Hot? What a hot beat.
Well, what's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Really?
Now all we gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets from the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time? They really thought they could get away with it? Oh, great. Huh? Huh? This is...
It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
Huh. That's weird. Hey, what are you doing? That's really weird.
You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird.
But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Did you try changing the channel?
Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Here I went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center. What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. Oh god. A trick? What kind of trick? I'm not sure, but...
Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
That was a really good what.
Yeah. And here's the music. Been a while, you friggin' bastards!
I'm gonna start using that for people I haven't seen in a while.
But Monokuma?
How? You're supposed to be dead.
Me dead? Don't be friggin' stupid. Hey, you're acting kinda strange. Something seems different. Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again?
Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see, the moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead for all this... Bleh. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should be pretending to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. You're gonna laugh now. No, I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope. To cut off your past so full of hope? What? That sentence doesn't make any sense. It's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope. And begin... Okay, whatever.
I think it's correct. It's just phrased
Yeah,
really
I don't-
weird.
Yes, it's one of those things that doesn't make sense until you probably finish reading it, which I should have done. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game.
You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
No, we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like. There's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
Are you serious? This place is the worst.
If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? Whew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here. I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on one blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Ah, you're so stupid! Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV! What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV! Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning.
What? Broadcast live? To the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
It can't be. Have they taken over their airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way! That's impossible! That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airways is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? Of course. I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience to show them true despair, like they'd never seen before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
Also, new gamer Bear, I'm gonna guess Beerre, unless that means something to you.
Beerre.
RRE. Nope. Oh well. Thank you for the 1 bit. Enjoy Mario flying through the sky. You're lying! If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy!
Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us. What if they already did? Huh? But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV and try to warn you, but who would actually come out here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever. But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's the secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What? Yeah, duh. There's the little business of... Ding dong, ding dong.
A body
A little late.
Love if all of you were just in the background of that.
Yeah.
Hero doing his oh no pose.
Oh no! Huh?
Class trial? Do you mean?
I'll leave it at that.
That's a lot of poo.
That is a lot of poo. I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everybody give it all you've got, okay? Okay. Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for one heck of a ride.
Bye, Monokuma.
And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach.
This is the worst episode of Big Brother I've ever seen.
All we were left with was despair.
It must be season 19 if it's that crappy.
We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial.
That was kind of the most obvious part of it.
Yeah.
What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? What are you talking about? I thought Makuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition.
Unless she was a boy too!
It's true. And if And if Monokuma is still alive and active, then that means the mastermind, Makuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, the body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. Yeah, every time you say that...
Yeah, anytime anyone's like, there is no other way. Rarely the case.
The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet.
Man, you should see the third game if you want somebody to die that you don't know anything about yet.
I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. But you just said...
It's what I'm hinting strongly at.
I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable amount of issues I need to confirm. So, I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. This is how this game works, after all.
Investigate.
Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or, well, I mean the boots heavily suggest it's Kyoko, just saying. Or, I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Monokuma file number 5 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of Handbook.
That's true, this is some rockin' music for an investigation this time.
Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other.
To the chicken coop!
I just need to do what I always do. And grab the knife! There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from the front to the back. Does that mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury?
Lucky I didn't shoot the knife at someone else.
Yeah, really.
Either way, this knife. It looks really familiar.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Wait, is this?
No. Definitely not.
That's it! It's the knife the person was holding.
No!
You don't say. This is getting really weird. It was weird before, you were just too stupid to realize.
I know!
There are just too many strange coincidences.
Okay, this one's getting up there with the whispering of Mukuro Ikusaba in your ear.
Whoever the person in the mask that was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife.
And now they're still holding it.
Yeah, and the same was used to stab the mask. Was used to stab. I'm gonna try that again. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. Bleh. I cannot read today. Ignore me, please. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because...
Because no one's been stabbed with their own weapon like a knife, especially not in the first case.
Yeah. When they attacked, it was a kind of trance. Maybe I reached and grabbed the knife. And maybe then I
Carried the body up 4 flights of stairs.
And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one who attacked me. But why the mask?
Because Jim Carrey.
Why is Kyoko such a dick?
I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife to the crime scene has been added to the bullet section of your hand. Blook. Added to the book.
And the bloop.
I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. Now there's less chickens!
4 chickens? What?
Huh? 4?
I mean, I did tell you to go for the chicken coop.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong?
Just, oh no!
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Ah!
Yeah.
It's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? From 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at
I
hand.
think that's how everyone reacts to Hero.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case?
That is also a reference to Japanese culture, though, because people avoid things with the number 4 because the word for 4 sounds really similar to the word for death.
Chicken coop chickens have been added to the Truth Book section of your handbook. Love me some chickens.
I love later.
Chicken
it's
coop ferrets.
I'd like to think in the trial, it's like, oh man, if only there was something else we do about the case. I proposed chickens.
This
They
should
saw
prove
the
it.
crime. You put a chicken in like where other people used to be when they were alive.
Yes.
The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people?
And chickens?
Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away.
From the summoner?
Probably smart. Just be like, I'm moving on.
Oh, there's like a bunch of shit I didn't interact with. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure. I feel like I've seen something like this before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later.
Ah, the pronoun game, my favorite.
Yeah, fragment near dead body has been added to the bullet section of your handbook.
Stop that.
What? What are you gonna use the handbook?
Oh, I'd love to think that that's how Makoto talks, and so he's going to be in a serious conversation. I've checked the handbook.
But what about the dead body? If I check the body more thoroughly,
You're just losing it.
then maybe I'll find out for sure if it was Kyoko or not.
This is Bank Romance all over again.
Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails.
Not the tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a tattoo. Maybe it's
Oh,
not.
these are fake nails.
Maybe it's super
They're
burnt.
really long. No, it's definitely a wolf tattoo.
Oh, it is a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a tattoo. He was just paying attention to the
Did
nails
we
first.
ever see
She wears
her?
gloves.
Does she seem like someone who likes wolves?
I mean,
Maybe?
those, like... I'm like 999% sure those are her boots. Just saying. I only know one person who wears, like, purple, heeled boots.
Taka?
It's Taka! I've been a fool.
Taka just takes more and more abuse as the game goes on, even after he's dead.
Yeah. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of a normal activity.
Like murder.
Yeah, like murder.
Fake nails have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's also something on the black of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out what the whole thing.
Yes, you
I
can.
got the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Really? You've never seen a tattoo of a dog before?
You've never seen a wolf tattoo?
I've never seen a dog in my life.
What's a Pinterest?
Yeah.
That is 100.
What's a haiku?
It is such a dumb thing, but I always get weirdly bothered when it's like obviously a wolf and people look at the dog. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's like, come on now, really?
Game Grumps, Twilight Princess kills me sometimes.
Oh man.
Tattoo in the right hand added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet.
Nice job, Makoto.
Yeah, dude.
I'd love to think he has no object permanence. He comes back. What happened?
That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it.
Yeah, good job.
Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half and the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's something strange about the top half being... There's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? What does that mean?
Makoto, you're so stupid, this is the only way you could get a girl wet.
Who
Exploded...
peed on the body?
Was it the chicken?
The chicken just wandering over.
Why does it smell like chicken urine in here?
Exploded body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Ah,
What? You got a problem with that?
I do have a problem.
The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up.
Wonder why.
There's only one little piece left.
Yeah, good job, Makoto.
The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. Damn it. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it.
How does he have to say one thing 10 times?
I know. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet.
Yeah, but why's the top half wet? That's the part I don't understand.
I mean, right? Are they ever going to clear that up?
He's just looking at it.
The bottom half is dry. The top half's wet. But the bottom half's dry.
God, he needed luck for lack of brains.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Better to be lucky than smart, I guess.
It's that he looks at his handbook. The ultimate idiot. Hey!
The ultimate moron.
There's nothing strange about that, right? Right? I mean, right?
Right?
Oh, I can't
Left.
look around.
Is everyone gonna say right all the time?
Step
Or why
away
does
from
he
the
have to
dead
say
body.
right all the time? It's like he's talking to himself and still needs validation.
Apparently.
Let's go to the house. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed.
It's still a tool shed.
This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed.
Again, if you think this is disorganized, you should see my tool shed.
Yeah.
Or anyone's tool shed.
This is a tlarp?
A tlarp?
A trap?
Wait, was there a tlarp in here before? I should probably look into that tlarp. Could it be related to the case?
Probably not.
Could the tlarp be related to the case?
No. Nothing's ever related.
The top is wet, but the bottom's dry.
Did you throw water on that too?
I'd love to think he's just going in like a melter, just, oh no!
The top is wet and covered with mud and grime,
Ew.
but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tlarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tlarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's that one thing in here. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Really? That's the only thing that concerns me?
I know.
And everything else seems like it's... that kind of was. I really hope there aren't any clues hidden in the fertilizer.
What?
These tools have nothing to do with the case.
Good.
Moving
There's something
on.
carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. Oh, I thought that was like a sound effect for him saying diamond.
Diamond. Ooh.
Diamond. Bling ding 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 ding.
Or thank you for the 100 bits. This says, here.
Huh. Chapter 5, investigate.
Hold on. There we go.
Flirt. Haha. I didn't read the top part.
What's your problem?
Cleep it, tlarp. What?
Instead of keep it up.
Oh, cleep it, tlop. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's cloak. This pluck axe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it.
It's
You're
definitely
gonna blame
intriguing.
Mondo for this murder too, huh, game?
Freaking Mondo.
Mondo's murder is literally more like, instead of like being like genuinely angry, you're like, Mondo, why did you do that?
Yeah. Dude, you were so cool. Bad Mondo.
Bad.
No playing with your Mario action figure for a week.
How could you?
There's a lawnmower here. I don't think it has anything to do with the mystery corpse. What else? The plots.
What?
These flower plots have nothing to do with the case.
I like them. Love him just running around. Neat.
Cool.
Nice. Irrelevant.
Nifty.
It's like he's looking for clues and it's the first time seeing the body. Gross.
But the top half's wet.
The bottom half's dry.
It's even more gross. Feed it to the plant.
This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 a.m. every morning, and Monokuma said that time positively couldn't be changed. Huh. Hold on.
Someone changed it.
So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten
All right, I'm
wet.
glad
The bottom
something.
half's dry.
How did it get half of it wet?
These sprinklers are whack, man.
I'd love to think that he's not stupid, but just one thing. That's his one kryptonite logic. Just he's in the class trial. It's like, don't mention that half the body was wet.
That's what his death scene is Monokuma just throws a bucket of water on his bottom half, and he's just like, "What?"
It just explodes.
Yeah. Which would mean the murder must have taken place.
Don't let him watch the Wicked Witch of the West smelt.
He
Sprinklers.
just has no concept of what water does to things.
Sprinklers have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Oh, he's one of those people that can't decide if water is wet, isn't he?
Oh my God.
Let's talk to people again, unless they're repeats.
God, we did a better job of characterization for Makoto.
Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up?
If I remember right.
surprised he didn't lose his mind after going swimming with Hiro.
Yeah.
With Hina.
They were wearing some kind of mask with a big white coat.
And the bottom half was dry.
And the coat's on backwards for some reason. Oh, that's like 1,000% her boots, dude. Come on. Also,
stole her boots. Maybe they liked them. Maybe they shopped at the same sale.
Yeah, could have.
Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet.
Where was it wet?
Not again.
He is struggling so hard with just this one thing.
Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody.
It's already very bloody. I don't know what he was talking about.
But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
But the ground was dry.
The body was wet!
Wow, thanks. That was a big... Oh, yeah, sure was. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better, too. I'm going to try to read it above a 3rd grade level here.
I don't know, you're being Makoto.
Yeah, Makoto.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's a personal failure, sometimes it's a bit.
It's method acting, guys, come on. So thank you, too. Body before the explosion has been added to the truth bullet section of your hand.
Why'd you have to be told it's like there's a knife in its chest? Done.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's not even wearing the coat. The coat was laid over it. See, someone was disguising this body. This body.
That's why it exploded. It was a creeper. That's who got killed. A creeper got killed. That's why it exploded. So who does the body belong to?
Check the dental records.
Yeah. I gotta go pick up the teeth on the other end of the room now.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore.
Pulling teeth out of Toko's hair.
I'd rather it be Genocide. Genocide's more fun to voice act.
I know, right?
Now I get why voice actors love voicing crazy characters.
Well, it's the same reason we love doing crazy characters.
That's true.
Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
I had an issue about the level of wetness on the body.
It's like the Blacken's about to get found out by Makoto. Why was the top half wet but the bottom half was dry, and then he just stops?
All the truth bullets slip away.
Truth bullets are gone. You just see the game slowly blue screen.
What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after the nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How could you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden.
I ate a chicken. I thought it would freak Hiro out.
He wasn't wrong.
I murdered a chicken and made a devil circle outside Hiro's room last night. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma.
Oh man, what if Hiro met up with one character from the 3rd game who's all about that kind of creepy shit? Oh, that'd be so good.
Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Also, when you went to go get Hina and when I went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling you the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi.
Personal opinion.
I know.
You think you could get, like, whoever you had your last free times with to, like, cover for you there? Be like, yo, he looked really bad yesterday.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one with without an alibi. That's
Here we go
really
again.
bad, isn't
Yeah.
it? Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hero, save me! It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. When Akuma's announcements woke me up at 7 o'clock, as usual, I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right after 7. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was that then? It was like around 9, wasn't it? Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
That's right. It had to have been around 9 o'clock.
They've just been screwing around 2 hours.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ah, now that you
It
mention
took them a long time to walk down one flight of stairs to get to the data center.
it did. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So, I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
Oh,
Okay, thanks, bye.
That's a pretty small job.
step up than his usual work, though.
True.
When the body was found has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, the fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicion. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko.
So, if I had to make a guess, the whole thing about, oh, it couldn't have been here is bullshit, because couldn't they have just put the tarp over it?
That's what I was thinking.
They put the tarp over the body, and it's just like, well, whatever.
This is looking, if I'm being honest, super suspect on Byakuya.
Yeah, Byakuya's a dick.
Yeah, because he's like...
I didn't want to play the game, now I'm gonna win it.
Because he's the one who's like keeping track of like times and reminding everybody of like what they were doing when.
True.
So
Yeah, trying to keep that narrative really
Yeah.
constricted.
Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true,
Oh, hey, this again.
yeah. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
Yeah, he did all that crap.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in further suspicious activity.
Limit my options.
Give me the key to your room.
I don't know why anyone, like, follows what he says. Why can't they just be like, no, man, F off?
I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key.
I think it's because he's an ultimate, because, like, whenever they say at the start of the game, like, people that graduate Hope's Peak are pretty much guaranteed to succeed, and he's, like, the ultimate affluent progeny, so, like, he's going to be, like, a rich person, so everyone's, like, either follow him because he knows what he's doing, or follow him because he's going to have a lot of connections, and I might need that somewhere down the line. I think that's why.
Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later. At the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. If you have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect.
Like, oh
after
my
all.
god, come with me then.
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story.
Let me hide some evidence.
Then, will you come with me?
No.
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood. I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. What? One area?!
I like that the mask from that the person was found with.
Yeah.
I like that their little luchador mask had the symbol that looked like Monokuma's messed up eye. The red.
Yeah.
It's funny how you think you know more words until you're speaking and you're like, the thing.
With the stuff.
The guy.
With the face.
And I like how Hina was like, you can see the outline of the chest. It's like, eh. In the little flashbacks, like, not really. We're making a lot of assumptions. Where's the one area?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Because I remember I couldn't figure out where it was as well.
It's because it's one thing to be like that one area and give kind of a hint that it was just like that place. There you go to the bathroom. Was it the lady? No? Are we looking for like the
Jim.
secret area?
Yes, Caitlin, I was looking for the secret area, but it appears to. Wait, what?
To be the gym. Came off as very sarcastic for some reason. It's like, well, excuse me.
Huh. Monokuma is laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. Ah!
For the bomb!
Just found something. What? Yeah, what is it? No. I just found something. What is it? It's what?
It's a boy.
A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
It's like
Bomb!
they couldn't have made it look more stereotypical cartoon bomb if
Yeah.
they tried.
And Hiro still didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Neat bowling ball.
And that bomb went missing. And there's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments near the dead body have been updated to the bullet section of your hand. Look!
Nothing like the bomb.
No, it doesn't.
It's the little corner. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya.
Byakuya's the murderer. You think he's gonna hand you the keys?
Is he the murderer?
Yes.
Or...
Maybe. I don't know. Someone's murderer. I think it's either him or Makoto. Makoto could have stabbed that girl. And
Or
then...
is it Kyoko?
Think Kyoko's the murderer?
Maybe she killed him in self-defense and now she's trying to get her stuff in order
Her stuff.
before she has to get killed.
We'll see. I don't know.
I do, which is why I'm not saying much.
You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Well, that was probably his affair that he was getting in order, was to freaking, go and mess her room up.
Yeah.
Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then, click. And it's open.
I know how
Looks like it.
lock works.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The chicken's running around the room.
So, this is Kyoko's room. I don't know why it's expected to be any different.
Oh, hey, it's the Necronomicon.
Ah, dibs.
Oh,
There's something on the table.
That's not the Necronomicon.
It's a woodblock decoration?
I make a joke about that, but there is a reference to the Necronomicon in the third game.
Nice. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses, use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
I don't bathe with the poor.
Yeah.
That does sound like something he would say, though.
It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
Certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo. Woodblock key added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
It looks exactly like Sakuya's room.
Yeah. Let's see what creepy thing he has to say about her bed.
Smells like her.
Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned.
But it smells
through the
amazing.
drawers.
Yeah.
Let's go through the bathroom.
Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside.
Oh, now you have a conscience. Okay.
Yeah.
Not sniffing a bed mercilessly.
Yeah, really. In front of someone else.
I love
too.
if you did that in front of Bianca.
He'd be like, what the fuck? See, this is why I don't spend time with poor people.
This is why commoners are the worst.
Dojo was on this floor, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Says Dojo.
I know, but I don't have like an exclamation point.
Try the other warp that's down there to the left.
So they warp up to the 4th floor at least.
Maybe you're gonna get interrupted when you leave the room.
Probably.
Damn it, Hina.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, there's still more in here?
Hey, I think it would be wise to look around a bit more.
Why? Do you know something we don't?
Try talking to him, maybe? That's the only thing that seems like it would be...
Thought I did. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Look in her nightstand, maybe?
Nothing in particular, I just thought I might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take the time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said something ever happened to her, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. Like, opens it and she just, like, walks out of the bathroom drying her hair.
Yeah. Thought I told you not to open that yet. Oh my god, it's nudes!
It's the chicken!
It's nudes off the chicken!
I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets? Gross.
Under the sheets. That's right, I went there.
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Must be meaningless, let's go.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Under the sheets, what could it be?
Check under her sheet. It's gonna just be a scavenger hunt.
But could something
It
be...
just says, there's a card that says in the nightstand.
It's like, look up, look to the side, in the nightstand, idiot.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those, a picture of her hand like that.
Yes.
It's like, ah, damn it, Kyoko! Just like Monokuma behind him. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but I lifted up the sheets. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry? Makuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Makuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and bleep.
And
That's it.
redacted.
It was a key and bitch.
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgence. Hurry up and finish your search.
That's BS right there with him. Is that he's not making a deal out of it, of getting new information.
Yeah.
Of him being like, stop being so sentimental. It's like, ooh, you did something.
Yeah.
You'd be all over that if this was actually about the game, you know.
Yeah, because he said he was done with the game, and now he's like disregarding stuff that he said was he was actually going to focus on.
Yeah. Something worthy of focus. Stop getting all sentimental.
Yeah.
Gonna cry?
I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Makuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, along with a clearly unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years.
Oh, the wolf tattoo.
She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did.
Should do that for Link sometime.
Yeah.
I'm getting kidnapped and have battle training.
Yeah. Makuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. The Ultimate Soldier. A mercenary group? This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi.
Oh, that's sci-fi.
There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person, but then I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
It's a wolf.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already
Monokuma.
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah! Oh, it's not me. Ah, it's you! Huh? What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
Eat it, Makoto!
Ho-ho, you found her profile? So what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rules against stealing, is there?
Except the handbooks.
But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am! A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, I would like to know something would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Look at all these people that were alive at one point.
Yeah. When all of you first got together in the main hall, way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? What are you saying? That's right, there were actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in the killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
It had been a while.
Yeah, we were due for another one.
We were due for some creepy whispering while you stare straight ahead with your mouth open.
We spent an ungodly amount of money on this particular scene.
The artist wanted $38 million for this one image. We couldn't say no.
The 16th student, Makuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life? So the one making all the regulations is... Why? Huh? Did you say something?
But it's cute.
Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up in a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Make sense? Okay, that's all I've got for you now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back to that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover up a bunch of hidden scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
Ah.
What?
Hidden scars.
Okay, now that's all I've got. I didn't read it.
Bye, Monokuma.
Bye.
Oh,
Monokuma's account has been added to the Truth Book section of your handbook.
because she didn't have scars. She had that tattoo and then another hand we didn't see.
Yeah. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were
Yeah,
scars,
you
right?
idiot. It's like, a tattoo's a scar, right?
Yep.
And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means...
Unless it's one of those like tattoos that some people get to cover up scars, but it's too small to do that.
Yeah. Those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? God must really have hated you to make you so dull.
He's not wrong.
No, that's why he hates me because now you're here.
Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Makuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makuro is the one creating the rules to the game.
I don't think that's correct. I think it's Kyoko.
But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Makuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Makuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her a part of the school's killing game. Makuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
She killed Kenny.
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think?
Yeah, he has conclusions when it's taking it away from him and not really grasping at everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, Byakuya. Oh!
In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Makuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Makuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Makuro giving us that information would raise questions about her. Would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They wanted us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Makuro isn't the killer, then who is?
It's you, Makoto!
Well, then I believe our work here is finished. let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key to the dojo, the key and the dojo are really connected. Well, are you coming?
We don't need you.
Go away.
There are wooden lockers here. They used wood block keys, just like those super traditional public bathrooms. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers. Makoto, do you see those lockers further to the right?
Very strange.
That's the one that doesn't have a key in it at all.
Wait, so
It
the
also
key
has
for
the
number
same
6 goes for the
number.
lock to number 6. Who would have thought?
Oh my god!
I'd love if, like, 2 didn't have keys. It's like, we'll never know now.
Yeah. You understand what that means, right? You should probably use the key we found on that locker, right? Well, just try it.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Do I try?
I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click, boom.
Toko just flies out.
Yeah.
You did it!
The
Hey guys, what happened?
Just anytime there's a bomb, Toko's involved. The locker eagerly accepted the key and opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks.
I like that that's the phrase he gravitated to. It's like, nice. Strong sticks.
Stick.
None of these weak sticks around here.
Not arrows, titanium.
Titanium arrows have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. The duct tape this duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. What? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. For now. Strong sticks are for later. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
You.
Or perhaps
It was me!
Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on the next location. What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makura was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something?
The pool.
Internet.
Research. Are you talking about the
I
archive?
guess that too.
Wikipedia. No.
That's
Commoner!
right. That's right. The archive has all kinds of info on the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I thought you memorized all that shit.
No. freaking Byakuya.
I believe there is a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive at the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf on the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Lamp! Right now I need to talk to Byakuya.
About the lamp.
I'm watching you.
The lamp did it.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word in French?
Ooh.
Because French is hard, and it sucks.
Yeah, your
No
snoot.
offense if you're French, but it does.
Your snooty is showing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Peasants.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you repay your debt 100 times over.
It's almost like living in Texas that Spanish would be more useful than French.
Yeah. 100 times. Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite... Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is the equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, their Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension between the group, and they simply imploded. What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, and the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields are much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out to you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report did say something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
We were just here!
That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, I would like to know something interesting. Would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joined the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
And that's where he's the most suspect. It's like, if you knew all this shit, how come you didn't see the tattoo and be like, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, you knew that. You brought it up to him. And you're just... That's the thing, because he's also a dick, so I don't know how much of it is him being a dick.
Well, the last time he led you around everywhere was case 2, and that one he had tampered with the crime scene.
Yeah. They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean...
To tamper with this one, he just pulls out a tattoo gun.
The ultimate tattoo artist.
Yukasawa's profile has been updated and pulled.
That would actually be a cool ultimate to have. Tragically, that is not one in a later game.
Damn.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth's natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
Oh no, we've been wrong the entire time. Time has been what's killed everybody.
It's all been
We've
a
gotten
metaphor.
every case wrong.
No.
Wow! So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
I thought I'd get a little existential before this class trial.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go.
This one definitely feels like the one that has the absolute most of just you're learning several random ass things that don't feel super connected except like a couple.
Yeah. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together.
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. You saw us leave.
Yeah. They were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself for Kyoko to stroll in, but we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10. What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again.
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...
Or what? Jesus!
No, just Monokuma!
Did I scare you?
The ultimate Jesus.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Called it. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hi.
Yay!
I'm here and no rule's been broken.
As if we didn't know it wasn't Kyoko.
That would be pretty cool if Makuro just strolled in though. Be like, yo, what's up?
So, my name's Makuro. I really don't want to be here.
What's up, cucks?
About time, you bastards.
Yeah. Kyoko?
Kyoko, you're still alive?
No! That's a ghost!
Oh my god, Hero. Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But it's okay that there's no particular penalty for being late.
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? Do you want to die?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
Hi. So you really didn't die?
Kyoko, I sniffed your bed.
Of course I didn't die. Oh, sorry for opening the letter then.
Yeah.
Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with the ghost!
I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the class trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
I'll be happy when this trial's all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Kyoko? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then, when did you find out?
Just now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. It took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go into a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
in other
I
words,
used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What? Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? It's a strange way to put it. A class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. The doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution.
Why does it look like Hina's in timeout and has to stare at the wall?
Yeah, I know, right? In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
That was great. I just heard Rand on the background go, ah! Oh god, that's a really awful color in the background.
Yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this.
Oh my gosh!
You gonna really?
Trying to pull a tile in here?
No.
You're gonna
It is
silence?
not music at all. But I didn't know my volume was up. So I did just a little bit to hear it so I could like hold it up to my ear and it was at full volume.
You did it!
There's no music. It was nothing you could get going.
You also only played it for like half a second as opposed to Tylen playing it for like a minute straight.
I had the response time to make my mistake while simultaneously scaring the shit out of myself.
We're just playing and all of a sudden your phone just shatters against the wall in front of you. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show!
Oh yeah, this is a slight note for the third game that's not spoilers at all. I said Monokuma had a different voice. It actually is the same voice actor. He got so into his lines he actually blew his voice out.
Wow!
So that's why he sounds different.
Huh. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
Something deadly.
Yeah, I want to overwrite it. Can I get to the point where I don't have to use the keyboard anymore and I can just lean back in the chair and use the mouse? I haven't gotten any more skills, have I?
I don't believe so. I think you've just gotten points.
Yeah, so I can equip that. And that's it.
Yep.
Cool. Trial. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So,
That's true, we don't know how this works.
determine the results. If you can figure out who done it,
Still like him
only
saying,
they will
"Who
receive
done it?"
I know. It's
I like his if you pick the wrong one. If you pick the wrong one.
The wrong one.
trial punishment
We already know who did it.
besides the
Oh wait,
penalty.
sorry. He's got one more line before we do that.
Receive everyone else
Yeah.
will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics.
No, they're not gonna do it this time.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Pretty obvious.
It's Kyoko, because that one is a ghost.
The nice thing about this game, they'll give you like clues and stuff to like hint at something, and there's like all these clues pointing to it, and then like they just make it obvious like immediately, and like
Yeah.
with that it was pointing to like, oh, it's not Kyoko, and then Kyoko shows up, and it's like, wow, like the
Yeah.
half of the clues we got were like pointing to that it wasn't Kyoko.
Yeah. That's actually one reason I do like the pony version of this better, because they pull something like that, but it actually is that person. Like,
Yeah.
it would be the Kyoko of that one.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh no, she's fine.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Kyoko's standing right there.
Oh, that's a ghost.
God damn it, Hero.
You keep being you, man.
she's the
Because
chicken.
I don't want to find out what the alternate would be.
She's just like,
I know. She understands. She knows.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because
Why you gotta assume things about
latest
ghosts?
evolution in ghost technology.
What? Hero, are you okay? Is everything alright at home?
Just dig it in, hero. Dig it in.
Ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that.
I know. It's like, wow. I can't believe I have to prove it. Jesus.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Show us your hands.
one important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her boobs.
To be fair, you can't see her piercing glare or face on that mangled corpse of a body.
Yeah.
So,
Kyoko's face isn't blown to bits! And her top half's not wet.
That's true.
but her bottom half is dry, so I don't know what to do with this.
Some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yeah, we do.
Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can prove why, if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to.
That's the fine art of this, is they made Makoto really stupid and then gave him a character to look smarter than.
Yeah. Oh yeah, did you want me to tell you when the branch goes between the real ending and the fake one, or did you want to just try to figure it out?
We'll try and figure it out.
Alright.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
His voice cracks.
That body wasn't wearing gloves.
It's true.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Hold on. What was that?
Yeah, you can left click this to get more info on it.
Explosion has burnt the upper right, or the upper half of the body beyond recognition, and now it's wet. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. Okay. The other one was fake nails and tattoo, right?
Yep.
Okay. Fake nails, tattoo. Fake nails, tattoo.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko. This entire discussion is idiotic.
Yes it is.
Not untrue, man.
I know the body isn't Kyoko, and I know I can prove it.
I don't disagree with the logic, but man, I don't agree with the delivery.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
That body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion. Yeah, she must have been wearing because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko. This entire discussion is idiotic.
The heck? The body isn't Kyoko's, and I can prove it.
This isn't.
Oh,
this
I get
isn't
it, I get 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 it.
Oh, because the fake nails would have gotten in the way.
I get it, I get it.
Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They
Oh.
got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
What?
No.
Is it the other way?
No, you had it right the first time, you just missed.
Oh.
Shit. Damn it!
It's just not as good as Hajime's.
The dead body
They got burnt up.
Yeah, because you couldn't get gloves over those.
Yeah.
That'd probably also be very uncomfortable just in general.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Unless she wore fingerless gloves.
They're complicated like that.
The only one doesn't know winning is you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious that she's standing right here.
No, should've.
He was so done with him in that line. Like, guys, come on now, really?
Why are we here?
Standing right there!
Okay, so then,
Jeez.
the real victim.
I like that he was so crazy to not believe the fact that she was standing there, but to give in immediately like, oh yeah, the fake nails. Cool. Moving on.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Sprinklers. Exploded body analysis tattoo on my hand. Got it.
The sprinklers will help us identify the body.
Who died?
Guess it gets me going.
Oh no, yeah. It's the face. That was about the face, though.
I know, but we can identify it with the hand.
Probably
Shoot!
later says something that's more can go off of the hand.
Who died?
Yeah, see.
No. Damn you.
At least that one was short.
Yeah.
Real short. Who died? No.
Missed again? God damn it. I didn't realize it was that early.
It was the
Oh,
second
wait.
one, yeah.
Okay, second to last one. I fired at the first one to begin with. Damn it.
Yep, you did.
I'm just memory of a goldfish, dude.
You and Makoto both. This is your half of the body's wet, half the body is dry.
I know, right? Method acting.
You know the best part? There'll probably be a choice where it's going to ask you like what part of the body is wet, and you'll get it wrong somehow.
For real? An unusual death.
And we're all gonna die a cruel, unusual death if you don't pull your head out of your ass, hero.
Hero's just the epitome of along for the ride.
Yeah.
Figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
It's a dog. It's a dog.
It's not him.
You're my fish.
Okay.
Choco, I'm worried about you.
I get his cynicism when he's surrounded by this.
Yeah.
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Compare the tattoo with the tattoo on the hand.
No.
The chickens!
The chicken!
Tlarp.
It was a chicken all along.
Body before explosion, want to subs file. Yeah, because we updated the file to account for that, right? Right? Right, Derek? Right?
Do you actually want the answer?
I'm pretty sure it's that.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna be like an account from him talking about Fenrir.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I remembered it said the file was updated.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Is that a dog?
Is it a dog? If they make you do the little, like... Oh my god, if they make you do dog, I'll...
No, they don't.
Okay, they do wolf. Thank
Yes.
you.
That would be funny, though. Wow, that was fast.
Oh, I know.
They just gave that to you.
Yeah.
That was like, what, 4 seconds? Not even?
Not even like wolf head. Like,
Nope.
just
Or wolf tattoo.
It's the more symbolic. Huge world-ending wolf. He's the child of the Tixavala and the female giant.
After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Hey now.
That means
it's a big dog.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Because all types of wolves must always be bigger than all types of dogs. Clearly how that works.
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing? You sound surprised, but you're
Yoink.
absolutely right.
is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying that the mastermind...
Mastermind Kyoko.
That at the last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Yeah, thanks, Kyoko.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah, that liar. Cause Ultimate Soldier.
Yeah.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information...
So you're telling me Nephany died?
Yeah.
Kyoko, that's what you told Makoto, right?
I just thought she sounded sad.
Yeah.
Filled in the blanks.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Kyoko's a liar.
Who was she?
Could she be the ultimate mastermind?
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant. Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight to your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Yeah, idiot.
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects. I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects.
Toko and Genocide Jack.
I like the third one, Mukuro and the headmaster. So it's either a suicide or the headmaster. Shoot!
I'm sure you realize who I'm...
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right? Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it! I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at
So you left your room after nighttime, Hero,
Yeah.
to go see those goddamn chickens?
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
I get death by chickens, but, you know, dying for them? That's a bit much.
Then, and then you found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? She went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko. What time is it? Yeah, flashback blah.
Please, no. It had to be around noon.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time I don't have an alibi for.
Genius!
To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, fragment near dead body.
We've established
Ah, yeah, because it would have had to be after that bomb was taken
somewhere
out.
between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Because the sprinklers thing doesn't help you.
Murder doesn't have an
Yeah, it does.
alibi most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Well, but because if it would have had to be before 7:30, then that's between the window in which you don't have an alibi.
Yes, so we're saying the body had to have been there after 7:30.
Okay. Okay.
So if if it was there before 7:30, the sprinklers wouldn't have went off and got the body wet.
Yeah.
Which is why we're confused why only half the body's wet.
So why you're confused about why half the body's still so stupid.
We established a time that took place somewhere between 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and the killer doesn't have an alibi for most of that.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock,
More than enough.
or 9:30.
Murder, I think. So, Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Something that happened in the garden at the same time every morning. Yeah, it's the sprinklers, but when do I do that?
Would it be 7:30?
I just fired at that and got it wrong.
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Ugh, that piece of taffy tasted just straight up like plastic.
Murder doesn't have an alibi.
That's quite unpleasant.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time.
Is that really the one you sent it at?
Yes, I fired it at 7:30.
Really?
Yes.
That's where you'd think it would be, not 10.
Yeah. Unless I'm doing the wrong one.
We've established
Remember, you still have your lifelines.
Cute.
it took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's more than enough time. So, Makoto, if
Yeah, because it's only either 10 or 7:30.
Yeah. Okay.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
God, I hate that.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay, I'm using my lifeline. I don't understand.
Do you want the truth bullet, the answer to shoot at, or both?
Both.
Sprinklers, 10 o'clock at night.
Really?
Why though?
We've
establish the time frame for the murder.
They're saying it can't be that early because of the sprinklers. Like, it couldn't be 10 o'clock at night because the sprinklers go off at 7:30, so the starting point is wrong rather than the ending.
Okay.
Actually, the murder
Because remember,
anywhere near
he's trying to prove it between 7:30 and 9 because he has the alibi for 7:30 to 9.
Right.
He doesn't have the alibi for 10 p.m. to 7:30.
What makes you say that?
because of the sprinklers in the garden. The
You
sprinklers
idiot.
are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
But just the top half. The bottom half is dry.
The part you're getting worked up over was completely dry.
Are you saying the mouth from south was wet? How dare you use such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
Totally wacko.
You really think it wasn't a sprinkler? You better tell us why.
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinkler that got. I mean, I feel like this shouldn't be like.
There's so many times that it's just like everyone saw you. They had to put out the fire.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Alright,
Don't die.
that too. Shoot.
Remember, you gotta do the bullets.
How can you say it wasn't a sprinkler?
Do you only have the one?
Yeah, I just have the one.
I thought from that point on you'd have to keep cycling them.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so it's kind of annoying about.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion.
What?
That's what's,
See why it
shut
wasn't
up.
the sprinklers.
That's what's annoying about using the mouse wheel.
Uh-huh.
Is because when you scroll once, then it brings up the menu, and if you don't do anything for like less than a second, then it goes away.
Oh, as opposed to the other.
Yeah, so that's why I like to hold Q, so it brings up the menu, and then you can scroll through the menu.
You can see it instead of.
Yeah, because if you try and scroll, you have to scroll like twice for it to do anything,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of weird with the timing, so it's just annoying.
I feel you. I feel you.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Well, we only got the top wet. The bottom is completely dry. Yeah. I'm so sick of that.
Same.
Yeah.
The reason only the top half was wet was because
Because someone had to put out the
the
fire.
body was still on fire. I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
I feel like he could have said that the first time the question was raised about
I
it.
know! Instead of going around of like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet,
It's that so much could be solved of him just being like, I had to put the fire with water.
Yeah.
turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Yeah!
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which means that which would mean that Makuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone. That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for him,
It wasn't me.
the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You think your little trick is gonna work?
Maybe.
You got it, boss. Shut it up now.
Anyway, Kyoko actually did have a reason to kill her. Huh? She did? She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, you were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all.
Very flawed in that, like, she's been able to find things out that you haven't, so you really think she wouldn't have known. It's that she could have known something extra, not that she could have just gotten the whole thing wrong.
We'll probably not play the spin-offs, but the accusation he made is spot on what happens in one of the cases.
Oh, yeah?
That's exactly what happens. Someone tries to kill the mastermind, and then they realize it wasn't the mastermind they killed, and so it forces a class trial.
That was her motive?
She had a motive and no alibi. Well, then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Thanks, lady.
But that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did. What are you... Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Don't break Makoto. He doesn't understand.
Yeah.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something the scene was used to cover the body.
Could it have been the chickens?
It's the tlarp.
The chickens all stood on top of her, took the water for her.
Archie, you catch on quick. You're right. All you have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Good job, Makoto.
Can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
See, if we had tried to prove that, we'd have gone through like 5 steps to convince everybody, but she can just say it.
Yep.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But wouldn't there have been blood on the other side?
That effort just to keep the body from getting wet.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Rip.
Bitch.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tlarp.
The toilet.
If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Hey, something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Okay, so that's probably where the bloody duct tape came from, was to keep the tarp from getting bloody.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side.
No. Goddamn. I should probably, like, stop jumping the gun here.
Yeah.
The body with the tarp
Since one more mistake will kill you.
prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Because of the blood, it would have gotten dirty.
Okay.
By covering the body, the killer prevents
So the reason that because the sprinkler
But the underside, it was totally spotless. That side,
since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Bingo.
Break.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? The alchemist said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Thus washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Gave up almost immediately.
Makes sense, makes
The blood we
sense.
saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage.
Blood was camouflage?
After the killer used
Blood's not
the
camouflage, silly.
They then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the
Good
murder.
job, hero! You remembered!
When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Chicken!
No!
No! Not the chicken!
Yes.
They're clicking!
I got it! Creative win.
No, I'm not gonna make that joke. That's not funny.
Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were
Chickens are
5
damn
chickens.
cute.
I know. I'd love if he'd oh, the 5th chicken? I ate that one. I
She
fried
did-
it up last night.
She did threaten to eat one.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
It's very occultish.
That's
But the occult is bullcrap.
Feeling
It's even the right sprite for it.
Something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder
Hey, maybe
if
they
the
did.
killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that.
Who could have killed that chicken? Bianca's just sitting there with a drumstick in his hand.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No, it wasn't stupid. It's obvious.
No. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
To pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. Huh? They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still,
Peanut, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then you had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
that's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The suspicion falls back on me again.
Jeez,
But why?
Kyoko.
Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? Don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the bullet section of your handbook.
Well then,
Look.
looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
You're serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh,
The
And by
ultimate
your-
lucky student.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Luck, you say?
Made for Hero, 50% is pretty good odds since he hits 20 to 30 on a good day.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first
Oh
saw it.
no!
Oh no! Yes, yes, we know you gave the knife to Makoto.
But who gave it to him?
You
Kyoko.
gave to Makoto?
I'm pretty sure Toko gave it to him.
No, or
Toko found it.
It was
Remember?
Kyoko's idea to give it to
Yeah.
Makoto, though.
Toko's when we found it.
I know, but it was Kyoko who was like, "Oh, you should go to
Even
him."
Makoto's not that stupid to use a weapon that they all gave him and they all
Yeah.
know he had it.
Yeah, then why did you hide that fact? It's not that I hid it. It's just...
All
Hide
about
this.
your fever dream.
Somebody wearing a luchador mask attacked me.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Suspicious.
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 The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. I'm totally convinced he did. 1,000% convinced.
Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Make your arguments. Disguised dead body, exploded body analysis, fragment near dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same knife we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, and that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
So, Coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. So that means that the knife would have gone in after after they put the coat on, which was later. Which means the knife was thrust through the coat and body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same knife we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, and that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab.
Horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, we're gonna.
The knife we found is the same. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what, so there's no question.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Horrible man you are, Makoto. The knife we found is
Yeah, they really give you a long time for this.
Yeah, it's a lot more subdued in the third game. You'd get like about 3 to 4 minutes usually as opposed to 15 plus.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the blade corner, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she Monokuma was gone. And she was already dead at that point. Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see in the Monokuma file, obviously. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these wounds were at least several days old. This.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Man, Hero, you gotta get on the game a little bit more.
Another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Bye, Toko.
Yeah.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death and destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why did the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you, I got some unknown quantum particle atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Oh yeah, did you want me to tell you how many absorb bullets there are, or where they are?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I think I could see something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh, so the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury, so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Make your argument. Monokuma file number 5.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other clue.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Just careful, the other wounds in her body weren't fresh, which only leaves.
Then shall we continue the debate?
The hit on the back of the
Victim's
head.
fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
But it wasn't me because then there's only...
According to that's gotta be it. There was evidence that shows she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay, I think
Do you have to absorb it?
I think so.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already
Totally dead.
And it wasn't me. There's a...
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that shows
What?
she was hit on the back
I'll go ahead
of
and give you the answer because you're pretty much right. Reverse what you did.
Oh.
Absorb the other one. I think it's stupid that there's sometimes where they can be interchangeable, but you can only do it once. That's one of those instances.
explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that shows she was hit on the back of
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has...
No, that's wrong.
They do stuff like that better in the second and third games because there's actually blue text so you can agree with somebody instead of counter them. So that's kind of how they make it a little bit better in the later games.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old,
Oh, yeah.
I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way!
That just sounds really
That
funny.
would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
Guys, focus.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground,
Threw it
and
on the ground.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon.
Was the chickens?
The fake nails. Was the lamp.
It was the sprinklers.
Body was found. Knife, the scene of the crime. Tlarp. Chicken cloop. Yaku's count. Yaku's profile. Monokuma's count. One block key. Titanium arrows. Duct tape. Kyoko's count. Disguised dead body. Was it the titanium arrows? It's the only thing I can think of.
Do you want the answer?
Yes.
It is the titanium
Okay.
arrows.
A gun! Muguro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed him. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the Cobra attacked Muguro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds a little weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right! I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's more than one thing about that weapon. One more secret. Ah, the duct tape. The duct tape.
The duct tape.
The arrows were duct taped together.
Bloody duct tape.
Bloody duct tape.
Should have done that accent for a character.
I know, right?
It was in the dojo
I don't
locker.
think that fits any of the male characters in the second game.
No doubt, that was the murder weapon.
You sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Boom, duct tape.
Back to Master! You have no right!
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hope that, It was that one, because that's what I'm going with.
The titanium era.
It was in the dojo, I have no doubt.
You're sure? Because the said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal.
Fingers crossed!
Seems like an arrow.
Correct.
I feel like at this stage, if you were on the wrong track, Derek would just
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, honey." no."
Just in case.
Just the one arrow.
No, we already had that moment when you were like, Mondo, you're my new best friend, and I'm just over there like, oh no.
Yeah, you owe me now.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
It truly can fix anything.
Uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
The pipe arrow.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak. To put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
That's harsh.
How is it harsh?
Yeah, that's not harsh
Yeah.
at all. It's like, dang, that's mean. It's like,
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
It was you!
Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's a lie.
You absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof.
because we've been in there with her.
Yeah. That was like the first place she was whenever the floor opened up.
Oh,
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Byakuya couldn't have done this. He had access to all the things.
Yeah. Must be Aki's account. Okay.
No.
I know. I'm just reading.
Oh, thank God.
No, I knew what it was.
Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And the fact that you've talked to her in the dojo.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Byakuya, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her room key. How'd she get in her room?
That key is just
Oh my gosh, dude. You idiot.
It's such a
He's
like.
pulling a Celeste.
clear
Yeah.
attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set.
Yeah, and then he's gaslighting Makoto so hardcore. And then all of the. That's what he seems to like to do. He likes to take Makoto to prove parts of
Yeah.
a point,
'Cause
but to
ultimately,
be
if-
like,
yeah.
well, I showed you all this information, so why wouldn't you believe me? Why would I be so willing to give information if
Yeah.
I was the one at fault?
Because ultimately, if you like state your opinion in a group after that opinion's already been stated, then it's more okay if you're wrong.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you?
You forgot to lock your door again.
Oh, but she did have the Monokuma skeleton key.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so she could have gotten in her room.
Yeah.
Why? What were you doing?
Unless she threw the key away and bought another one.
That's what I need to know.
Freaking Mario.
I was just protecting you.
What?
I had to sleep somewhere, idiot.
I had to blame someone for the murder. Does that mean she
If I die, I won't blame anyone except Makoto. Why me? Because I have to blame someone.
knew I was being attacked?
She
And
protect.
she came to my rescue. Can that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What is that? It's obvious. Dude, come on. Come on. Come on. Dude, come on. Really. Come on, dude. Dude. Dude, come on. Dude. Dude. Dude, come on, dude. Dude, come on, dude. Dude.
Bro.
Dude, bro.
No, darn it. The words you just spoke. They were words?
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, where are you hiding?
Master would need ever hide something from me.
I think he'd hide everything from you.
Yeah, except for his disdain.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
What?
Which would mean...
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya,
Master would need ever hide something from me.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what it is?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room. But could I really have done that?
Okay, I think I know what it is. I don't have, historically, I don't have the absorb bullets down very well, so we're gonna give it a shot.
Remember, you still have 2 of your lifelines. One is me telling you what to fire at, and one is what bullet to shoot.
And then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
Oh, you can
Yeah, I
absorb
don't think
through
white
those.
noise messes with those. I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Those words you just spoke.
Wait, exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand. Master would need ever hide something.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yeah.
Thank God. Do you not get your hearts back anymore?
You get, it's one of your skills. I think it's Psych, a skill that you get by default. Whenever you answer correctly on, like, the multiple choice things, you get half your heart back. Half of a heart, but you don't get it for getting the correct
I
answers
didn't know
on
it was
bullets.
just the multiple choice. It's
Yeah.
been a long time in this case since we've had a multiple choice.
Yeah. I think that's where I was confused with the skills, because you were telling me their effects, and I was like, oh, I already have that one, but I didn't realize, like, it was, they separated.
That's
those
why I
two.
said as much as I don't like Hifumi, his skill is really good because every time you pause, you get health back. Like whenever you hit the spacebar to slow down time, it gives you health back.
So that would have been
Yeah.
bomb right
Yeah,
here.
as much as Hifumi sucks, his skill is really good.
Yeah, because you could just farm health,
Yeah,
basically.
you could literally have infinite health.
Ah, man, I wish I'd have thought of that.
Yeah.
Why not? Because you give your room, you yuck.
I see.
Well, fuck.
Well, son of a bitch, I didn't think of that.
I hadn't planned for this.
That is a truth.
I had a key to your room.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Except-
Without the room key. I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. That is, this just isn't like her.
How do you know?
To try and save herself with such desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do?
You should spin 90 degrees.
What should I...
Makoto, you haven't talked in 15 minutes.
Mastermind's trap. The victim was Makuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? The only one who knows it's a lie? I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap?
What am I fighting for?
What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
You just leave the courtroom. Like, nope.
Can't stop me.
I'm out of here.
Runaway's not the correct answer, by the way.
I figured.
As you probably could have surmised.
Oh, is there a correct answer?
Well, yes, there is a correct answer.
Okay. Oh, right, because the one that... What do you think?
Oh, it's up to you. I still think she could be the ultimate mastermind.
I do, too. I'm gonna let it go.
Alright.
Go for it.
Good choice.
Because she knows that you could ruin it.
Yeah.
That was a split path between the good and the bad ending. You picked the good ending.
Yeah, I figured. So I'm assuming you picked that, we accuse her, she gets
Executed.
executed, and then we all die?
No. What happens is it shows... Actually, I'll pull up the picture as you continue.
Or
It gives you, like, a creepy, like, what would happen in the future if this occurred.
yeah.
But it's all in Makoto's head. It might take a while for me to find it, though.
Okay. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided
what?
to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Shut your mouth.
Trying to imply.
But of course,
Alright, so that's the picture for the bad ending.
time on, I was with you guys the entire time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It came true.
So what happens is, yeah, Hero's prediction of having, like, the same mom does come true.
Wow.
They don't actually say why Toko's dead in that bad ending. They just jokingly say, oh, I don't know, maybe she exploded. So I guess it's a joke to the thing that happened here.
Wow.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone.
But yeah, they just live the rest of their lives in the academy. Nobody else commits a murder.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Apparently.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could
I'm glad to know that his hair is hereditary.
Yeah.
have the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait, what? Nobody found her room key. What are you talking about?
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up. Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late. So we had to push back the start time. So then it's time.
But there's never been a stop time.
Yeah.
Everyone, please.
There's been a slow time down there.
Lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Eh.
You got an A? Shut up.
Yeah, I do think you had more A's than B's, so I think you were fine. You had like 6 or 7 A's.
Who will be chosen as the placket? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Do we actually get to choose?
No,
Hold on.
that's only in the third game.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
No!
Man, your hair looks really weird in that shot.
I know. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone. Good job? Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense! It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Well, wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Kyoko's punishment for the bad ending is the same as this one, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Do we just look out and something breaks and we don't die?
Ultimate lucky student!
At least it's a quick death.
Yeah.
Better than being crushed slowly.
Yeah. Yay!
Fall on your head and die anyway.
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, was that?
Oh yeah, it had to be.
This is
Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy?
Stupid.
He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What was that?
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. That was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage spewed pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world!
Bye, Monokuma.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell's going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. That's not what actually happens to Kyoka, by the way. She very much dies in her execution,
Yeah,
the fake one.
I
It
figured.
cuts to black, but you hear like a really good sounding squelch and bones breaking, so she definitely dies in her ending.
The massive high school towers all over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak Academy a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend the school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if it's really hard to read against a blue background.
Yeah, it is.
Is if you're scouted by the school itself.
Invitational.
Yes. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah! Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. It was a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. It must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friends. And with that, my pursuit of survival begins. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. So many things to investigate. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. That's a rocket in the tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. There's something. Oh, what was that? Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit?
Yeah, you can see some of the previous execution stuff in here. That tank is like from the one that ran Celeste that ran into Celeste. The rockets from the first one.
Rattle, rattle. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless.
Yeah, don't drink the goo that comes out of trash can bags.
Yeah, please don't. I feel like I'm blocked on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was give up.
Make a trash bin.
Yeah.
There was really no point in continuing on down here, so I may as well just lay down and die.
I'm gonna let it be on my terms, though.
You can't kill me, I quit.
The chicken's down there.
Yep.
Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. Can't be sure, but at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. I was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch. What the?
It was garbage.
Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, a pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there?
No.
Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Oh, please tell me Kyoko threw the key down here.
Probably. I don't see why she wouldn't.
Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hands out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
That's not a very nice thing to say about your friends.
Hey! A giant piece of trash. Oh, it's you, I think.
Yeah, it is. A giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she ever emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
Yes! This place smells awful.
Kyoko!
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage on your hair.
No matter.
She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Shake yourself off like a dog. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished.
I've been holding them in my bare hands in the trash.
Ew.
Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
I could have brought protein, but who has time for that?
Sakura ate it all already. So you still haven't given up then?
Of course not. After all, the fact that I kept going forward is all that I'm good at.
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
No.
Also, yeah, Alter Ego does not save Kyoko in her execution.
Yeah. But, Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
To pay a debt, or no, to atone.
Atone?
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So, you knew that I knew.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
You just left me to die, that's all.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life.
Kinda true.
You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but...
But I mean, we were guilty, apparently, right?
There was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak
Yeah,
Academy.
That's right, at least I did, once.
Once?
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
You forgot? But that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible.
Amnesia?
Then, it is really true. You lost your memory.
Makoto,
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we all fainted, right? I fainted when I woke up. I was trapped here.
that's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't even remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. Seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the Mastermind's plans.
So the Mastermind just stole them from you?
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the Mastermind.
They couldn't have just not invited her.
Yeah.
Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the Mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the Mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility.
It's you!
But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
The Mastermind. One of us?
One of us.
If she believes that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
Excuse me. But why me?
Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the Mastermind. That was just intuition, but...
You were the only competent, stupid person.
Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the Mastermind.
I would have gone with Taka, Mr. Ultimate Moral Compass, but
Yeah.
okay.
I understand.
Understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I can understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay.
The ultimate convincer.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep talking to her until...
Okay. Better talk to me.
Nah, I'm gonna try the door again, just leave her here.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
You said you said you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot that I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
Yay. You mentioned your ability.
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
Oh,
Fucking
really?
called it!
Yeah, you've had that since episode 1.
The ultimate detective?
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. She's not the only ultimate detective in the series, though. There is a different one.
You had to find someone? Who?
so
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
What?
No, Luke, I am your father. I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Hate.
Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peaks Academy master?
Hope's Peak's Academy's headmasters.
Hope's Peaks headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what.
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
however,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said that the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I had also found this in the headmaster's room.
This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
What do you mean?
so...
I can't explain it. You'll need to see it for yourself. I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
Really omnibus.
However,
Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
Has to do with the Makuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
Byakuya.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of this class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
Exactly.
With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in.
But I guess there's no rule in place about they can't lie about who the murderer was.
Yeah.
Basically, the mastermind is getting desperate at this point. That was why you had a mistrial, basically, where the wrong person was accused and convicted. So even with the bad ending, you're still wrong, technically.
Yeah.
Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may have not become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have been the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean during the night?
I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away, and as I followed, I saw the shadow go into your room. Here's this picture again.
Yeah.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course. I screamed, "Get out of here!"
Complete with the voice crack.
Yes.
It wouldn't have been the same.
I have to make it sound like it's Hero. He's older, so...
The murderer couldn't stop laughing, so they just left.
I'll hurt you! That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room.
Byakuya.
It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but they also seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about
What happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
the tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
That despicable group for whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
So the ultimate despair is multiple people. An organization, if you will. Right? Okay.
To be continued.
Dream Island Rocket!
Yay!
I'm assuming that Monokuma just threw that down the trash chute for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't need it anymore.
The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people put together the Killing Game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Right now,
Exactly.
this.
Right now, I
Right
have to
now,
sneeze.
a sneeze.
God bless.
Also, fair warning, it'll be a long time before you get control to be able to save again, so we might want to stop here.
Okay.
Like, a long, long time.
Noted.
At
Alright.
least 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Save again. And we're done here.
Yep, we'll be on to the final chapter next week.
Crap, man.
Yep. And no one's... Well, I guess Mukuro's dead, but no one important is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, so in 2 chapters we've lost exactly one person we cared about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because AI was still alive.
Yeah.
I was going to say unless you count AI, but AI was clearly still alive just then,
Yeah.
So yeah, AI has clearly outlived Chihiro and then some, because AI is still alive.
Yeah.
AI made it to at least the end of Chapter 5, and Chihiro did not make it through the first part of Chapter 2. So who do you think will be killed in the final chapter and or be the murderer? Or any guesses towards the mastermind?
Yeah, man, I have no idea how this last chapter is going to unfold. I'm really waiting for Byakuya to kill someone.
Yeah.
I really am.
Alright, well, we will find out on probably Tuesday. In the meantime, let's see what the rest of the world's up to.
Man, I really need to watch the anime.
The anime's pretty good. I'll probably show you that after it's over, though, because the anime kind of gives more stuff away than the game does.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll see you guys next week for the intro to the final chapter.
Twerp!